In November of 2024, you tweet, don't you?
I'm not sure what the current terminology is for it, but yes, I am sometimes on the social platform that was formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, you're on a lot, aren't you?
I'm not sure what the relevance of that is.
You try to be provocative on there, don't you?
Again, I am not sure what the relevance
Well, let me show you the relevance. On November 7th, 2024, from your tweet, here's one of your tweets at 2:41 p.m., quote, "The majority of Americans hate women. The majority of Americans hate women more than they love anything, including democracy," close quote. Did I read that correctly?
I am not sure what this has to do with the subject matter of this.
Did you say it?
I do not have those words in front of me. I probably said something along those lines, but
Yeah,
what is
you
the relevance
said
of
it.
that
Here
to
it is,
this
big as
hearing?
Dallas.
Folks, buckle up because today's hearing made Curb Your Enthusiasm look like a church picnic. And before we dive in, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell like Paul Revere warning the countryside because this one is wild. You're going to want to stay till the end, trust me, because the political proverb of the day is when someone tells you who they are. Congress will read their tweets out loud.
Mr. Chairman, I apologize for having to miss the testimony of some of you, and I appreciate you coming today. Professor Franks, let me ask you, I listened to your and Ms. Hemingway's testimony and Professor Turley's, so I got part of it. As I understand it, your position, Professor Franks, is that I think you used the word myth. It is a myth that the Biden administration used government to compel speech, private speech, but that the Trump administration is doing that. Is that a fair characterization?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Do you think perhaps you're allowing your personal political beliefs to affect your objectivity here?
No, I do not. What is guiding my answers here is that I'm looking to see what the Supreme Court has said. You notice that in the testimony about the censorship and industrial complex.
I got that part.
No, I just want to clarify.
No, but I've only got 5 minutes. Your answer is no, as I appreciate it. Let me ask you a couple questions. You wrote a law review article in December of 2023 for the New York University Law Review, and it was about the two cases, Bruin, Supreme Court case, and Dobbs. Remember that article?
Yes, I do.
Okay. In this article, you said, I'm going to quote your words, "Taken together, these two cases demonstrate that the Supreme Court has embraced the use of the Constitution as a tool of racial patriarchy," end quote. Did you say that?
Yes.
Okay. And then you went on to say, quote, "When the Supreme Court declares that there is a constitutional right to armed self-defense in public, it openly embraces and promotes a culture that privileges white men's ability to terrorize and kill those that they perceive as threats," close quote. Did I read that correctly?
I believe so. Thank you for reading.
Okay. And did you also say in that article, I'm going to quote again, quote, "by simultaneously expanding white men's right to kill and constricting women's right not to die, this Supreme Court," referring to the current United States Supreme Court, "has turned the Constitution into a homicide pact as well," close quote. Did you write that?
That sounds like me.
Okay. In November of 2024, you tweet, don't you?
I'm not sure what the current terminology is for it, but yes, I am sometimes on the social platform that was formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, you're on a lot, aren't you?
I'm not sure what the relevance of that is.
You're trying to be provocative on there, don't you?
Again, I am not sure what the relevance
Well,
of this question
let me
is.
show you the relevance. On November 7th, 2024, from your tweet, here's one of your tweets at 2:41 p.m., quote, "The majority of Americans hate women. The majority of Americans hate women more than they love anything, including democracy," close quote. Did I read that correctly?
I am not sure what this has to do with the subject matter of this.
Did you
hearing.
say it?
I do not have those words in front of me. I probably said something along those lines, but
Yeah,
what is
you
the
said it.
relevance of
Here
that
it
to
is,
this
big as
hearing?
Dallas, right there.
Yes.
But your political beliefs don't impact your feelings about President Biden or President Trump.
I don't have feelings about either of them. What I have
Sounds
is
to me
doctrine.
like you have your favorite feeling is anger. Let me ask you this. You issued another tweet. This was in May of 2022. You've just been tweeting up a storm. You said, quote, "There's a reason why the conservative-dominated Supreme Court thinks the Constitution does not contain a right to an abortion, but is convinced that it contains an individual right to possess firearms. And that reason is white male supremacy," close quote. Did I read that correctly?
Is there a question in this?
Did I read that correctly? That's
Is there
my
a question that is relevant to this hearing?
Did I read that correctly? Do you really think that the United States Supreme Court, you're an officer of the court, is guided by white male supremacy?
I believe that the First Amendment prohibits the president
Did you
and other
say
state
that?
officials for punishing people for
Did
their
you honestly say that, Professor?
I
And you
believe
expect us,
that the First
as a
Amendment-
Democratic witness, to take you seriously? Are you kidding me?
I believe that you should take
You
the First
heard of
Amendment
curb your
seriously, sir.
enthusiasm? Here's my saying, curb my nausea.
I
Thank you.
believe that you
The
should take the
time
First
has
Amendment
expired. Thank
seriously.
you. Senator Durbin.
What's up, patriots? Today, we witnessed a Senate moment so spicy it could season the entire DC swamp. Senator Kennedy, America's unofficial sheriff of common sense, decided to take Professor Franks on a scenic tour of her own tweets. And boy, the mileage was rough. So, let's break this down. The professor starts off claiming it's a myth. Yes, her words, that the Biden administration ever pressured or compelled private speech. But apparently, according to her, the Trump administration definitely did. Yes. The classic your guy bad, my guy saint routine. Washington's favorite dance. Kennedy asks if maybe, just maybe, her political beliefs are affecting her objectivity. She says no, of course, because nothing screams objective legal scholar like calling the Constitution a tool of racial patriarchy in a law review article. That's right. Kennedy read that line word for word, and she confirmed it. Smiled right through it. Then it gets better. Kennedy pulls out another gem. Her claim is that when the Supreme Court affirms the right to carry firearms, they are promoting a culture where white men terrorize and kill. Because obviously it's not criminals, cartels, or rogue mobs we should worry about. Nope. It's your average guy at Bass Pro Shop. But we're not done. Then Kennedy reads her tweet. The majority of Americans hate women. Folks, I almost spat out my sweet tea. Imagine thinking you live in a country so misogynistic you choose to tweet about it all day long on a platform full of the same Americans you claim hate you. Peak logic. He pulls another tweet accusing the Supreme Court of being guided by white male supremacy. Kennedy asks if she really believes that, and she basically shrugs it off as if it's Tuesday's grocery list. It's like watching someone say, yes, I did call everyone evil, but I don't see what that has to do with my credibility. By this point, Kennedy is so done, he drops the line of the day. Have you ever heard of curb your enthusiasm? Well, here's my saying. Curb my nausea, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we call senatorial poetry. And right as Kennedy is gaining steam, time runs out and Durbin jumps in like a referee at a boxing match where one fighter's already seeing stars. Let's be honest, this hearing proves something we've known for a long time. Some of the loudest critics of American institutions are only objective when their political team is winning. They'll call the court racist, the Constitution violent, and the American people hateful, but somehow insist they are the calm, neutral voice of legal wisdom. Sure. And I'm the Duke of Montana. Anyway, folks, let me know in the comments. Is this level of political extremism disqualifying or just business as usual in Washington? Now, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs a laugh today. Stay free, stay bold, and stay patriotic.